Now, all this week on Wales Today, we've been marking a year to go until the UK leaves the European Union. Tonight, we're looking at Wales and Britain's security relationship with the EU. Our Brexit correspondent, James Williams, has been speaking to the outgoing head of the EU's law enforcement body, who says he's quite positive a new security deal will be reached. But Rob Wainwright, who's originally from Carmarthenshire, says the clock is ticking and there's still a lot to do.
10 drug dealers now behind bars, jailed in January at Cardiff Crown Court thanks to a cross-border investigation led by Welsh police officers and supported by Europol. Based in the Netherlands, the organisation flies the flag for EU law enforcement. So do you get back much to Wales?
Yeah, in a few weeks I'm going to Banfysfilyn, there's a village right next to where I grew up, to speak to...
Born and raised in the village of Pontyberem in Carmarthenshire, after 9 years at the helm, the agency's director, Rob Wainwright, steps down next month. But he hopes the UK continues to work closely with the organisation long into the future.
Any member state, frankly, but certainly a leading one who's contributing so much to Europol is worth hanging on to. Now, the way in which we hang on to it is out of our control, and quite rightly is part of a political negotiation. But of course we want our club members, our best club members, to continue to participate very closely.
Here's the room where Europol's management board meets on a regular basis to discuss how to tackle crime right across the continent. At the moment, the UK does have a seat at the table, but it won't have the same influence after Brexit. In a speech last month, Theresa May called for a new deep and special security partnership between the UK and Brussels.
I do think that the political will to get this right is definitely there on both sides, because this is so important, because people have seen what devastation that 3 years of terrorist attacks right across Europe and what that means for our security. This is real grown-up stuff and we've got to sort it out. So in the end, I'm quite positive, I think, that we will get a deal.
A major sporting event in the capital, last year's Champions League final was also a major policing operation, with South Wales Police working with officers right across Europe. It's the kind of collaboration the Forces Commissioner wants to see continue.
I believe that our job will be made more difficult by the fact that in future we'll be negotiating with Europe as well as doing bilateral negotiations on communications, sharing of data, sharing of intelligence and things like that. And we won't be in the room.
South Wales itself is a hub for cybersecurity in the whole of the UK. There's more.
But what impact could Brexit have on this hub of companies working to fight cybercrime?
So you can have a hacker sitting at a laptop in Bulgaria attacking a specialist company in Blaengarw. So I think that effort that we all need to be putting in to collaborate to tackle cybercrime is going to be rising above any political boundaries.
Back at Europol HQ, Welsh cybercrime expertise is welcomed.
Wales plays its part as part of a very strong UK commitment in cyber and other areas as well. So we're very pleased and proud to have that association, and particularly for me, as I'm from Wales, of course. So it's good to see that, and that's part of what we hope will continue in the future.
We'll see over the coming months whether that's the case.
And much more on tomorrow evening's programme as we mark a year to go until the UK leaves the EU.